Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman or God, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, and to each of you divine soul watching today's satsang. Today we will be studying Sutra number 43 from the Vibhuti Pad of the Raja Yoga Sutras of Patanjali Maharaj. Commentary is by my Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's get started on Sutra number 43, Vibhuti Pad. The Sutra is Bahir Kalpita Vrittir Mahavideha Tatah Prakashavaranakshayaha. Let's repeat. Bahir Kalpita Vrittir Mahavideha Tatah Prakashavaranakshayaha. Meaning, the perception of mind existing outside the body without any imagination is called the great bodiless state. And this removes the veil of ignorance which obstructs the light of wisdom. Very profound sutra. So let's try to digest this sutra and understand the deeper meaning. And you will really start enjoying these mystic nuggets much more when you are regular in your daily practice. So try to schedule 15 to 30 minutes each day in the morning and in the evening to have, and preferably after a shower in your prayer place or your holy place, wherever you have in your home, your sanctified corner, and then you will enjoy these sutras and you will also progress accordingly. But in the beginning state of practice, a yogi imagines himself outside his body. So it's kind of like the practice itself, where you, as we say, we are not this body. So the yogi comes out or imagines that he's out and looks at his body as if we are a third person looking at our body. He imagines that he can see his body just like a pebble by a river. So not much importance is given to the physical aspect. So he can see it just like you can see any other object. When his meditation becomes intense, which means one pointed, he perceives his mind to be independent of the body. How is this possible? Because the mind is rendered calm. Normally when the mind is agitated or shakes, that's when we keep on having different thoughts. But when the mind has been able to be stabilized, which means no more thoughts are coming, that's when the body becomes calm and the mind also becomes calm. So he is able to exercise the power of his intense samadhi, and therefore he is not imagining anymore. He just doesn't give any importance to the mind factor. Then he has said to have attained the state of the great bodiless awareness. So even though he is bodiless, he is also given up the function of the mind that is controlling all the thoughts by his practice. So this doesn't happen overnight. This can take decades, sometimes many births, for people who are at the lower stages to get to that stage. As I had told you initially, this Vibhuti Pad is for highly serious aspirants, people who are actually yogis, people in the Himalayan caves who have done this all their life under a competent teacher and who have been guided properly. Only they can be serious yogis. The rest of the people who like the results but they are trying to achieve it through shortcuts or through these days in the internet you see all kinds of things, those people get distracted and they are not able to follow this in the right way. So we are following the traditional method, and this is the more secure and the more authentic method for serious aspirants. So this practice then reduces identification with the body, and since there is no identification with the body, a yogi is able to develop the intuitional vision of the self. So think about this. The consciousness or the self is deep within you, and that's that light which we call pragya, or the intuitional light, and we want to see that within us. But in order to see that, you first have to purify. That's why we say meditate, purify, realize. So in order to, and then the mind has to be calm, and then the chitta, through which all the thoughts keep coming, also has to be calmed down. And this is the state where this yogi now is reaching, where his mind is not agitated, the body is not agitated. So therefore the self reveals itself, and that is the essence of this sutra. I hope you enjoyed this sutra. It's very profound, very deep. These are the kind of end results that we want to understand why we have this human body. This is the purpose of it, to get to that state where you're able to dissect the consciousness from the not consciousness stuff. So this is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.